Well, I didn't call you out like Godfrey called you out.
But you still called me out.
Look how you're acting today.
Why? Because I didn't care about you being a pro baseball player and I didn't interact
Nothing
with that?
to do with that. It had nothing to really, Cindy, it had nothing to do with that.
Greg, I'm sorry.
You came and hugged me right after that.
I did.
That didn't cross my mind once, Cindy.
But I feel like you're personally trying to attack me today.
Just the way you've acted for 13 days, and then today you were just like totally not yourself.
Waking up knowing that I'm on slop when I haven't touched that thing all the time, being low on energy, not eating, and then being frustrated knowing that tomorrow I could potentially go home because I don't know where the house is going at. Of course, I'm not going to be my super happy self.
So when you wake up and try and fight like you have every other day here?
Yes.
And like wake up and like try and fight for votes? And
it's a little hard to campaign when people are upset that they are not eating. Right? Yeah. I don't want to be insensitive to the fact that because I'm not eating either. And I don't want to be like, I know you're hungry and everything, but listen, tomorrow, Do you know what I mean? There's a time and place for that.
Yeah,
and
but you know what?
This wasn't it. And
you're on the block. You have to. There's a vote tomorrow.
I know. But the thing is, you then saying that and then accusing me just because I was for one day out of 13 days that I'm down because of the fact that I'm on the block and I could potentially go home tomorrow. You have to consider that into consideration.
You're a fighter. I know you're a fighter. And
I know, but let me do it the way. But like for you to question that and then to throw that out there and be like, oh, I just speak the way I want to speak. No, you're just trying to cause trouble. Like,
no, I wasn't.
I feel like you do. And like, I don't know what I can do to make it up to you. And I apologize that I threw your name out there when I had that conversation and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I feel like you have a grudge towards me and you're going to try every chance you can to try to throw me under the bus.
Absolutely.
That's what I feel like.
Absolutely. You're right. After I heard my name, I wanted you out of the house. Absolutely. What do you want me to sit here and say no? If you would have heard me with the same conversation, you would have been going after me too.
But the way that you did it, I just like, honestly, the way that you approached it and then just causing the fire, like, I feel like you were just...
It didn't matter what happened. The vote was already done, Cindy. Before everyone woke up today. I apologize for the way I did it. I don't think I came off as strong as others did. I tried to keep you out of your name out of it, and I just thought your body language was a lot different than it was every other day we were in this house. There was zero sass, there was zero smile. You know what I mean? Just give us a second. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, no, I'll give you a second.
It's probably the HOH, no?
No, Kevin's masturbating in there.
Come in here. Come pee. No question about it when you said my name and then I tried to get the house against you. I'm not going to deny that. What did you want me to do? Keep you here so you can throw me on the block? Because you just told the whole house that you were trying to put me on the block.
No, I said if I were to put Godfrey up, I would put someone strong that they can take themselves down. It can be Godfrey and Greg, Godfrey or Bobby, Godfrey and Zach. I don't know. Kevin walks in. That's the end of the conversation. I could have kept on going.
Yeah.
Right? So I apologize that I do think that you're a physical threat, and I apologize that I said your name, and I already did apologize.
Yeah, you did, and I accepted it.
I apologize it so many times. But I never said that you were a target or that you were my target. I was saying names, and like I said, it was my mistake for talking out loud and just putting names together.
Yeah.
Right? But my intentions was to not have it hovering around that I have you as a target. That was never the plan.
And I totally explained to you how hurt I was because 10 hours before that, you're trying to be like, let's work together. You're saying all these names, and I'm like, fucking sweet. Finally, I got an alliance.
I know.
And then like 10 hours later, it's like, I would put him up. Come on, Sin.
But you have to understand what was said coming out of that room. Obviously, like, he was frazzled. He was saying what he was just remembering names.
Said it.
Blah, blah, blah. And I did say it, but I didn't say it that you were my target. I didn't say that I was going to put you out. I said, if I was to put Godfrey up, I would put someone strong against him so that they can take themselves down.
Right after we were going to be in an alliance. Come on, you know.
Right. And like I said, I apologize that I was stupid in saying the wrong names because I just thought of names at the time. It was just in the moment.
If you were serious about the alliance, which you obviously weren't, if you were serious about the alliance, you would have been like, I'll put up Godfrey and JP. Because JP is just as strong a player in because this game is 20% physical and 80% mental. So to me, JP is a lot stronger player than me. So is Kevin, okay? But you would see my name out right like next to Godfrey. So I don't know. I don't know. I absolutely wanted you out of the house after you said that. Me and like 5 other people. Not just me. You heard what Kevin said in front of the whole thing. You think I persuaded Kevin to say any of that? 0. That was all on Kevin. Bobby's the same way. He heard his name. So it's not like I'm the one like rallying it up. It was just like so there. It was like, yeah, it's the obvious choice. Like, you know? So I don't know. I just never seen you act the way you did today. And then with this whole camera thing, you know what I mean? It had nothing to do with you leaving the house. It just had to do with you not being you. We spend 20 hours a day. We sleep 4 hours a night. So for 13 days, 20 hours a day, I've never seen you. The look on your face, the not interacting, like your foot going all day, you thinking, you can just see it. So that's the only place I was coming from. I was trying to figure out who did the camera thing, you know what I mean? And like, with you maybe leaving, and like it just kind of added up, you know what I mean? So yeah, I speak my mind, and if it was anyone else in the house that was acting like that, I would have said the same thing. So you have a lot going for you on the other side of this. Like, this is just a game, you know, and you know that. I know you don't care about anyone here. I know you don't, okay? I've heard you talk for the last 13 days. I just mean, like, truly, you have so much going on in the outside world. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you did the camera, but you don't have to say anything to any of us. Go to the DR. They're not going to be like, yeah, Sindy did it. You know what I mean? Even if, whatever, you know?
You honestly think I tampered with the camera?
Yeah. I do. Out of frustration. I think you got wind of the vote. And I think you couldn't sleep, and I think you went outside, and like you didn't mean to do it, like you didn't want to, like you didn't deliberately go out there and beat the camera, but I think you were outside walking around, and you just out of frustration might have done, you know what I mean? Not meaning to break it. That's just what I think. No one else. Okay, that's just what I think.
Well, I would like to think that out of
Who
the
do you
13
think did
days,
it?
I don't know who did it. I personally think no one did it. I personally think no one did it, and like something happened maybe at the ball game or whatever, and then they just, maybe Big Brother just messing with us and said, you know what, just add it on top of it for the cameras, whatever.
Possibly.
But that's a possibility. But out of the 13 days that we spent together, I would have thought that you would know me a little bit better, in that if I did do something like this and it was my fault, then I would have confessed.
You wouldn't.
I would have said something.
And maybe if I knew you after these 13 days and never seen you act like this, and I know that you're a fighter. That's what, after 13 days, if someone asked me to describe you, fighter would definitely be a word. And you would have woke up today and like battled your ass off. Food, no water, no nothing for votes, because the house was still split. You know you had some of those girls voting for you, and still do. I don't know. You know. It's a game, you know what I mean? It's just a game.
The way that you talk to people is different than how I talk and campaign to people, right? So I'm not like you, where I'm gonna go, hey Sindy, can you come talk to me in front of everybody and go talk to them and blah, blah, blah. I do things differently, right? So when you saw me, the times that you did see me, and that I'm not all super cheery because, hello, I haven't eaten, I'm not in the mood to be that, I'm possibly going home tomorrow.
If you want to stay.
I know, and I did what I was doing, and then for you to say that.
Yeah, everyone's different, you're right.
Everyone is, and like I've said that to you before, like everyone's different. How we approach people is very different.
Yeah.
How I approach someone is different than how you're gonna approach them.
Yeah.
You become super aggressive, you say what you need to say, and you do it. And I like go with a soft approach, and I want people to think sensibly and think of game.
Yeah.
And that's how I approach it. So of course I'm not gonna be, like, I feel like I didn't say anything when you and Godfrey said those things to me in the room, because I didn't feel like I need to justify that with an answer, because I didn't do anything. Why would I defend myself for something I didn't do?
For the last 13 days, you defended yourself with sass every time you thought someone was wrong.
In what way? It was never someone...
In the Sindy sassy way.
The way that people said certain things, I approach it differently. But this one,
you would have been like, shut your face. I didn't...
with season 1 that they never showed the video and no one knew who did it, and to this day no one still knows. But I swear to God, I hope I get a win of that video to show it to you guys that, one, I didn't do it, and that I'm really, really hurt that you assumed that I was gonna, just because.
You saw how I phrased it in there. I wasn't like, Sindy, I think it's you. I was just like, you are acting weird today.
I know I wasn't myself, but it wasn't because of the camera situation. I'm just not happy that my last day, potentially my last day in the house, and I'm freaking eating slop, the one thing that I don't want to do, and told myself I was never going to eat and touch. And then I just, like, you come out with a story about your baseball, and to me, I'm just like...
I didn't care if you cared.
I know you don't, but just like, I'm just like, I'm not going to engage in this conversation because I really don't care. And then the rest of the conversations
it had nothing to do
Survivor.
with that. You came and hugged me. Like it had nothing. Not once was I like, oh my God, I'm gonna blast Sindy because she didn't come give me respect for playing baseball. I don't give a fuck about the baseball. Obviously I don't, because I came in here and didn't even say about it. And if I was this big ego baseball guy, I would have came in and been like, hey, I fucking played pro ball. The only reason I said it is wanted to say it is because I'm comfortable with everyone here now. You know what I mean? Coming into the house, I didn't know if there's going to be bullies or what was going to, like last year's cast where everyone hated each other. You know what I mean? I think by me saying that, it helped my game. That's the only reason I did it. I didn't do it for any egotistical reasons whatsoever. It was strictly a game. Believe it if you want. I don't know, the game just could have went so different, you know what I mean?
I know it could have. And you said, like, these are the 5 people that I want to work with. And I apologize that I did do something stupid. And you're right. Good. You're right. I should have mentioned other names. But at the time, I was just thinking names out loud. I hung out with you the most. And that was just the name that came out of my head. And I apologize for that.
If we were ever going to work together, why would you ever throw anyone in your lines?
I don't know. Because, like, I don't... Not a huge...
I just know. I know who's coming after me in this house. Naya, you, Johnny. I know I know the group of people that's coming after me. You can shake your head. No, I know. Like, I'm playing the game. I'm in the middle of the game.
Okay, Cindy?
I'm good. Thank you.
Let me make sure. Yeah, just make sure you're okay. You get some loving?
You're gonna make me cry again.
I don't care. You're getting some loving.
Thanks, Steve.
No problem, Cindy. You know, you guys